In spite of Harry's pleas, the BBC continues to plan on revealing Meghan's notorious face. They've left Sussex. Howdy, pals. Hello. And thank you for tuning in to Royal Family News Update, where we will be bringing you the latest breaking news about the royal couple most infamous for their hypocrisy, Harry and Meghan Markle. Given that Harry and Meghan themselves copyright the vast majority of their content, they should be aware that some of the photos shown have been taken out of context and have copyrights associated with them. It would appear that Netflix is more worried about this than either Harry or Meghan are. The couple claims to be honest reporters, and they have no qualms about plagiarizing images. They've been caught in their hypocrisy yet again, but they don't seem to care. They're desperate for cash and recognition in any form, and Harry has no idea he's been set up. The number of viewers for this docuseries is lower than what Netflix had hoped. Netflix recommends it because it's one of the best shows ever, so people who are always looking for something new to watch might end up with this. However, that's all an elaborate hoax. It's dull, and I gave up on it after the third episode. Only 1.3 million people have watched the show so far, and the previews for the upcoming episodes have already been replaced. According to reports, Netflix is troubled by concerns over potential legal action. Both Meghan and Harry's reputations have taken a hit due to their apparent contempt for the British monarchy and Queen Elizabeth II, and the fact that their story is so different from what has already been said about them. Most people were turned off by Meghan's comments that she didn't see the point in curtsying to Harry's grandmother in this day and age, and by her subsequent mocking curtsy demonstration. We all laughed at their feeble attempt at gaining protection when Meghan acted as if swarms of paparazzi were following them, when in reality there was only one on a bike. Don't count on achieving much after this week's episodes. Many Americans ridicule Meghan and question Harry's sanity for marrying her. At times, the ridicule directed at them is amusing, but they should not confuse fame with widespread acclaim. People who don't know any better hate the royal family, particularly Prince William and his relatives. There has been widespread concern that a lunatic fan will attack the Wales family ever since the video of Harry ranting about them spreading lies to protect William and feeding Meghan to the wolves went viral. Money is all that matters to Harry and Meghan. Honestly, I don't think it matters how they make the money as long as Netflix gives them the money they need. The break in action between their reality show and Harry's book will be our gift to ourselves this holiday season. Allegedly, it's illegal to use the Diana interview tape. BBC has permanently disabled it, and anyone who uses it without permission or faces legal repercussions. What did the BBC say in response to hypocrites who used it anyway? Nothing. They said they wouldn't go to court over the hypocrites' flagrant violation, but that they will get a reprimand. Huge rejoicing. Because of this, they act the way they do. Why? Because no one makes them pay the penalty the law requires. They are welcome everywhere and in any event, with no one trying to keep them out. All of their slander, libel, hate speech, and false accusations went unpunished. Being angry about nothing is useless. In other words, only the courts can enforce punishment. It's not just Harry who has no backbone. And so are the courts, the BBC, and the palace, among everyone else who could do something about them but doesn't. The statements "we know the truth and they've lost all respect" are insufficient. Being indifferent to or disliking these people is not enough. Just like the rest of us, they need to face legal repercussions for their actions. Both Harry and Meghan are so oblivious. I can tell that their latest shitshow has people all over the world either laughing at them or feeling utterly repulsed. The proverbial 30 pieces of silver have been used as an excuse to throw everyone and everything under the bus once again. Due to being partners in crime, Harry and Meghan will remain a couple. These two low-life liars and con artists deserve each other. More importantly, though, where will he go? Without a nation to call his own, he feels utterly at sea. He has 2 children, both of whom are being raised in the United States, and is universally reviled in his native United Kingdom. He had no other options. Being an elderly mother of 2 makes her too attached to him to leave him. You'll have a hard time finding a buyer in LA, and everyone knows that TW can't function without a man. Meghan has lived a full life, so her claim that she was fed to wolves is laughable. Contrary to popular belief, she was not a timid, inexperienced young woman in her 20s when she met Harry. Is she under the impression that famous people have it simple by comparison? Without exception, every Hollywood actor and actress has experienced relentless media scrutiny. She couldn't last even a day as a top-paid Hollywood actress. Any problems that arise because Netflix published false information or used material for which they did not have the copyright are Netflix's responsibility. If you want to know how many lies the Wingers have told over the years, it's easier to count the times they've told the truth. More fool Netflix, if they didn't check and double-check everything they provided. They deserve all the criticism they're getting for that. Is there still any respect for them? Each and every one of their defenses has been breached. Work, family, and other personal responsibilities. Still, they were the targets of hate threats, which the local police ignored until one man who was leaving the area felt safe enough to publicly discuss the truly horrible things that were said in credible threats. When asked for comment, the palace routinely sends out a parade of royal experts, sources, necromancers, lip readers, body language experts, and biographers whose only stated goal is to bring her down. The BBC won't speak out against the falsehoods, and Quora users who don't share the community's anti-Meghan animus are subject to harassment and abuse. The coordinated attacks on Facebook and Google prompted both companies to launch probes. The only way to prove they aren't supernaturally evil killers is to keep showing themselves to us. Just two individuals who decided that playing the role of backup wasn't challenging enough and set out to establish their own identities. There was a comment from an audience member that went something like this: "What could possibly go wrong for the Sussex reputation? Because of their inherent evil, the world knows them to be hypocrites, liars, and racists who peddle hateful propaganda. They are so in need of attention that they humiliate themselves day after day." Netflix's first blunder was to associate themselves with the garbage they produce, and thus give the impression that they lack ethics. When I realized the whiners were involved, I promptly terminated my membership. As much as I adore the Sussexes, I refuse to believe the many untruths they have propagated about Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan of England. Can you comment on the BBC's coverage of Harry and Meghan? What do you think? Share your ideas in the comments. This video was made with the intention of being useful, and we certainly hope that it has been. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. Your time in viewing this newsletter is greatly appreciated. Please join us again for future broadcasts. Goodbye.